This is Brian Paul Stewart. I am videotaping Jeremy Walker, who on this 25th day of May 2019 is setting out with the intention of breaking his Guinness World Record of juggling 3 balls while riding a unicycle. I am sitting on an office swivel chair in the middle of the track at Prospect Mountain High School. This is being recorded in high definition on an iPhone 7 Plus. I just want to be sure you don't cross in front of me, Mark, because if it breaks it just blows me away that anyone can do this. I don't think I can run for 2 hours. I don't know if it's going to be 2 hours, but I suspect, I mean, this just blows me away. Oh, look out, Mark! I'm about to cross. I'm about to. I am sorry.
No, I totally get.
Because they'll totally like.
I totally get what you need to do. Is just.
I'm glad there's no sun that will sort of like blind the. Mess with the lens.
Yeah. No, this is actually a good. You're not capturing audio, right?
I am. I am. But it's okay. The fact that there's audio, I think, is good because it evidences that there's no interruption in the in the visual.
Yeah. Chugging along.
And then when they're viewing, auditing this or what have you, for official purposes, they can. My brain's not working. They can mute it if they need to, so they don't have to hear my annoying voice. I did tag it at the beginning with the date and Jeremy's name and the advisory that this is him working to break his own world record. This is much cleaner than when he did it at the Nick Northborough. Camera-wise, because I'm in the middle of the field, and I made note of the swivel chair.
And we are at
5 minutes and 10 seconds. Well, at least that's when I started. I started it like I think only a matter of seconds before he jumped on.
okay. And for audio purposes, we are at Prospect Mountain High School
Yes.
athletic field in Alton, New Hampshire.
Yes.
I noticed when I looked up Jeremy's record last year, it said Wolfboro. So
Yes.
that's because he did it at the Nick in Wolfboro last year. And this year he's doing it here.
Yes, I had the honor of being one of his witnesses at the Nick. I was just blown away. It's like so clean. Trying not to move too fast.
He's just trucking along.
I know, and right now he's got more energy than I do. I love this. He's passing the American flag.
Yep.
We're in America, baby.
Yep.
I like this day. I was worried about the wind, but it looks like he's. Darn it! I wish it would die down. I figured it would be more tame at this point. But there's no sun in his eyes.
No,
It's cool enough so that if he works up, if he gets really, if he gets hot or starts frying, well, he won't start frying. He'll be kept cool. I'm trying to keep him in the center square, or rectangle, I should say. Oh, this is much better than the Nick. We can see more cleanly. Again, it's in high def. 7 minutes and my arm's already hurt.
What is it, about 14 miles an hour?
This is great. We've got the added particulars.
Yeah, you get the drivers by who are just completely
Oblivious.
Completely oblivious
To history in the making.
Yeah, history's in the making, and people just driving by, no idea.
Oblivious. I wish I had a motion sickness bag attached to my neck like a horse's feed bag in case all this turning gets the best of me. And the other trick is keeping my thumbs or fingers away from the lens. Man, I'm already. The good part is I'm sitting, and I don't know if I mentioned to you, Mark, I've got sciatica issues.
Oh.
And they started brewing up last night.
Yeah.
Sciatica is not my friend.
No, Sarah's got those too.
Oh, they're horrid. But they put me on prednisone for twice, and it was.
You should take up Unicycle.
You know, I will. There's this famous expression, not today. And I need to learn it. At the Nick, we did it at, oh my God, thank God for glasses.
There's a lot of things that I've said I'd like to learn, but unicycling is like, no, I'll never do that.
Yeah, you know, my face is pretty scary anyhow. If I fall flat on it, it could probably be an improvement, but I also run the risk of it being something scarier. So I think I'll go for the cold comfort.
Yeah. Yeah, why take a toss of the dice?
We're at 9.5 minutes I've been running, or he's been riding. And I can't believe my arms are already tired. I have no right to. I'm not complaining. I think I'm just. And with my luck, some sort of like a large insect will land on me, sting the living daylights out of me. I love the fact that this is happening in New Hampshire. I don't know why. I don't live in New Hampshire.
The last record before he smashed the last record. It was in Vancouver.
A? What's that about? A?
Yeah, A.
Yeah. Live free or die, or unicycle and do a 3-ball cascade. Look at that man go.
I know.
Hey, Guinness, we love you. Seriously.
Why
This guy
juggle
just
on a
blows me.
unicycle? Why climb a mountain?
You know, I'm trying to remember. Did we have Jeremy come in to do a juggling workshop for the Girl Scouts that day?
I
Yeah,
covered that story.
yeah. He's great.
Yeah,
And the juggling club is very popular. Mark, at
cool.
the we have this open campus 10-minute break
Yeah.
for the students, and he's got students who rush to his classroom, and they do this. Have you seen the Diabolo? It looks like two bowls, bottom to bottom, with a with like a little spindle piece in the middle, and you put it on a string, and he does all these like cool tricks with it. I can't describe it. It looks like a massive yo-yo, but there's not a string attached to the center. He gets it spinning, and it's resting on the string. In fact, you can probably look it up on your iPhone.
Yeah.
At first, I thought he was saying Diablo, like devil, like
Yeah.
Spanish for devil, but it was Diabolo. And he does like these amazing things with it. So he's taught students how to use that. And then he's got some students. He starts them, with the scarves.
Yeah.
But he's got a student who's amazing. It's just like juggles his buns off. Whoa, I don't want to get busy. God, I'm feeling this in my back, and he's on a unicycle. Thanks, Obama.
I used to work for a robotics company. It's like, the Big Bad Bob, the host company for Big Bad Bob. I used to work for them. It's like you'd program a robot to do that. He's like a robot.
You should come to our school, Mark, and teach a course in journalism. No, think about it. You know the school.
Sarah don't want to work with me.
Well, she doesn't have to take one of her students may take it. But no, I'm serious. You should.
Last thing she wants is to see me at work.
Oh, Mark, it would be great. Our students would be working with a professional journalist. They would be learning from somebody who is journalism, somebody who does journalism, not somebody who, the teacher says, and then the journalist does this. No, it's like, no, then this is how we do it. Then I do this. And you know what I'm saying. You're the real deal. It's when I'm teaching acting to the kids, I'm not teaching from something I've read or someone's taught me to teach. It's something I've lived and that I've done professionally and I've made a living at. And so it's a matter of credibility and you've got gravitas, my brother.
Yeah. No, and I flunked at journalism when I first started out. Well, I was 22 years old, and they asked me to cover a ZBA meeting. I'm like, what's a ZBA?
Talk to me. Zoning board.
Zoning Board of Adjustment. And I know all about it now.
I got 2/3 of it right.
But but when you're 22 years old,
and they're giving me that jargon.
And they talk about Mylar overlays. What the heck is that?
ZBA. A ZBA.
Go to the ZBA and go and look at their Mylar overlays.
Lord. ZBA. Okay.
I get the lingo on now.
Well, I know Mylar from theater. The Mylar we had in theater was like this, shiny plastic mirroring. They use it for reflectivity and insulation, or what did they?
What they use it for in town government is, so let's say there's the original map of this site, and then you want to put a new field over where that forest is.
Mm-hmm.
What they would do is they'd come up with a plan, and they put it on that shiny overlay, and they'd say, all right, here's how it looks like now, and here's how it's going to look like later.
The Mylar overlay. Sounds like a name for a band. Oh, dude, the Mylar overlays are playing the Meadowlands. Okay,
I forgot
mister.
what he told me what
guy's
those balls were made out of.
Still going. I think they have millet or something in them. Is it millet? I have no idea.
Yeah, they each weigh 155 grams.
When you toss them X number of times, you do the math, it adds up to some ridiculous number of pounds. You know, like if you like added the weight of each catch of each toss, it's something crazy.
It is.
You know, there's a mathematical thing with juggling. I can't recall how it goes.
Yeah,
He knows the science of it.
He's done the math. He
Yes.
knows that if he does 20 laps, then he's moved as much matter.
Now, here's the thing about Jeremy. I don't know anyone who can do even half of this. And he's very modest, which, I mean, he's got a world record. And in spite of that, he's not a juggler vain. I know, it's predictable. Guinness, I apologize.
Oh, God.
I apologize. That wasn't juggler vain, that was bloody horrible.
That's the headline, going for the juggler.
We're having too much fun. Get us like we didn't appreciate the bad humor. I loved it. He got his certificate. It was like the coolest thing. Mark, I was blown away the last one. And the thing is, you know, he stopped. He chose to stop. I'm like, dude, why didn't you just go till you dropped? No, that's good.
Yeah. Well, I think that he knew that. My sense is that he just knows he's so good at this.
He seems comfortable with it. That's the.
I think that he knew that, you know, if he stopped last year, that he could bump it up this year.
Well, did he tell you? I think it was, I don't know, it was last weekend, or I can't remember. It was within the past 2 weeks. He said he went out and he practiced. I think he was practicing at the Nick. Do you know how long he went?
No.
He went 2 hours. No, I mean, he's crazy. So he's telling me something, thinking, and I can totally buy it because I saw the comfort with which he did the first record. And he actually chose to stop. I can't stand it. I think I have 47 throws I can do. Just 47, that's it. And I first learned to juggle when I was 18 in college. I haven't picked up any skills since then. But one of his students, I think, can do like 1,200 throws, which is nothing compared to this on a unicycle.
Yeah, you know how many I can do? This many, 0.
So then, when he was practicing at the Nick before, he told me that, you know, families are out, you know, on the weekend, and, you know, children, people are jogging and running around the track, and he said he was just like weaving between them. I think that's pretty darn cool. Yeah, this is gonna sound conceited, but I am so glad. So he said to me, he says, Brian, you know, it'd be great if you're in the middle of the field, and this makes total sense to me because it's a much closer, cleaner shot than at the Nick. They're both high def. But I was thinking, oh my God, how am I gonna stand with sciatica and keep turning? I'm gonna get dizzy. And I, ding! Take out the office chair.
Yeah,
I took out the desk chair.
swivel.
Yeah, this is my chair from the classroom. And as long as the swivel doesn't break, I'll be in good stead. But before I just set static on the banks, on the bank of the Nick, the track at the Nick. And the other thing, Mark, is I didn't know if my phone battery would sustain however many. I didn't know how long he was going to be able to do it the first time. And I had this little, Mark, this this is the best thing I've ever gotten. This jump pack, this battery pack.
Yeah.
I have a bad habit of like leaving my car lights on, and so this I use it to charge my phone. It can power a laptop. I've used it within the past 4 months about 4 times because my battery died. Because, like adult, I had to rush into school and left my lights on, or I got home exhausted and anxiety, rushed in to eat some food and fell asleep, and then I wake up with a dead battery. Rush out the car, battery's dead, and I just plug this thing in, attach the jumper cables, and boom, I'm good to go. It's amazing.
Wow.
I haven't had to call AAA. I haven't had to wake up my roommate to say, "Hey, can you give me a jump?" It's just like, Mark, I'm telling you, it's the best thing.
That's amazing.
You and Sarah might want to. It's my favorite thing I've gotten. It comes with an air compressor, and there's a flashlight attached to it, and what else? It comes with like adapters for, I think, about 10 different styles of laptops, and it's got 2 USB ports.
Nice. So
Yeah, there's a little black and yellow case, I think, down there on the ground, and I bought a smaller version of the case it comes in, and I just keep the essentials in it. I have the compressor under my car seat. It's a convenient tool. I love it. It's one of the best things I ever got. And I'll get one as a gift to my next significant other, whoever that unfortunate lady may be. Well, put up with me, Stuart's like, "Oh, Mr. Stewart, are you married?" I'm like, "No, I can't find anyone who's willing to put up with me." Either I'm too loopy or they're too loopy.
Jeremy, keep going. Awesome.
You are a new Marvel superhero. The Juggler Vein. The Juggler Vein. Amigo Maniacal
Captain
Juggler.
America, the Wolverine, and
The Juggler. It sounds like a great name. He's like the ultimate multitasker. He goes and goes, he feels no pain. The dude's got game, he's the Juggler Vein. As I think in my mind things that rhyme with unicycle. There's Heikel, but he's Mr. Heikel. I'm still blown away. Mr. Heikel's our woodshop teacher, and he's also the robotics guy.
Well, where's he at?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm amazed at everything that gentleman does. He's an amazing teacher. Kids love him.
Yeah. Oh, geez. He gets kids. I've been here 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and there's 20 kids in his wood shop.
He's amazing.
Building that robot.
Yeah, he's an amazing human.
It's cool that he wants to be here.
And they love him.
And, that's one thing in and of itself. The fact that he can get that many kids to come in and do science and engineering work.
Yeah, he's
on a weekend.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he blows me away as a carpenter and a teacher, and I think he's a great role model.
Yeah.
He's like you. He's a dad. He's a professional. He's a husband, family man.
Is it true that Joe Derrick's leaving?
Yes, it's my understanding that he is leaving, and I do not know if he's going to have somebody show up, and I don't know if they're going to fill the spot, because I think we have upcoming. I think I don't know what the numbers look like for students. Not Mr. Hitchings. Yeah, Mr. Hitchings, one of our math teachers. I believe he's retiring this year. What a nice guy. When I think of Mr. Hitchings, I think of the word. This is one of my favorite. Avuncular.
Oh, I love the word avuncular.
What are your favorite? You're a journalist. This is great. So, what are your favorite words? I have certain favorite words.
I love avuncular. I love detriant. I love
Obstreperous. Let's get all obstreperous with it. Howdy, rowdy. I like pusillanimous.
Oh yeah.
I love
Pugilistic.
Thinking outside of the box. We got this eleemosynary is a good one.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Eleemosynary, Eleemosynary. Eleemosynary means charitable.
Oh, really?
I love
That's
that
funny
one.
because I have a fundraising background.
Oh yeah.
I think if I ever use that in a fundraising letter, I'd probably get $0.
Concupiscent is a good one. Concupiscent.
That is a good one.
I think there's some good ones out there. Mark, there's this great site called it's sort of like undone now. I think it lives in like kind of like static pages. It's called SaveTheWords.org, and it had all of these words from God knows how many eras with all these different and peculiar etymologies attached. And the idea was to bring certain words back into I guess active language. So you would choose a word and you would, quote, adopt the word with the commitment to use it as much as possible and to share it with people to bring it back into existence. And you can still find, I think, pages from it, but Save the Words. A student here, I learned things from the students, introduced me to it about 9 years ago. Save the Words. It is, what are some of those other really cool words? I can't think of.
I've gotten where I write for a newspaper. I always put in like one word, like obfuscate in an article, but in general, I tend to go with Strunk and White.
Oh yeah.
I go with
Strunk and White. One of 3 books you have: The Elements Style, Elements of Grammar.
If I can be single syllable,
yes,
keep it as short as possible, and that's the way that I go.
Well, one of my favorite questions is why isn't the word monosyllabic? One syllable. and you know what I mean? And then there are other words. Oh, and then I love, why aren't thyroids in your thigh? And why are asteroids not in the And then there's another one that goes with it.
Yeah,
there's
why aren't hemorrhoids in the hemisphere?
Exactly. Why aren't hemorrhoids called asteroids, and why aren't Mark, I love words. And Andrew, who I know Sarah has worked with, is I used to be his paraprofessional many years ago. That dude has gotten paid comedy gigs. We sit and we develop. I used to do like loose stand up in Boston and in L.A., but I'm lazy, and so I would reserve a night to do my comedy, and then instead of giving on an open mic night or what have you, and then time would roll around and I hadn't prepared anything, and I'd say, well, I'll be damned if I'm going to lose my spot. And I'd get up there. It was a rush, I'm telling you, and I'd just freestyle it. And I've been lucky.
Go, Jeremy!
You go, Jeremy Walker or Wheeler. You need to change your name to Wheeler. Jeremy's having a ball. 3. we got to do a Jeremy Walker soundtrack. Rolling. To be wheel. I got to be wheel.
Big wheels keep on rolling.
We're having too much fun.
I'm so glad. How often do you get to sit in the middle
and spin around. All we need is some libations, or as they would say on Jeopardy, potent potables. None for you, Jeremy.
You'll fall over and not break your record.
What's in that camelback? The captain, and I don't mean with Tennille. No. I don't know why he doesn't have a camelback, but he'd have to. It would get in the way. You know what I mean? He'd have to. He wouldn't be able to stop. Or that's the part that blows me away. If he gets an itch on his nose,
Oh God.
or if a bee decides that he's gonna like land and give him the latest buzz. I mean, think of all the things. And then if you're like chafing under the arms of your shirt's too tight, or
Go,
if you
Jeremy.
need the restroom, I just
Keep
think,
rolling. Big wheel, keep on turning. Proud Mary, keep on rolling. Rolling on the river. Rolling on the racetrack.
he's like a one-wheel NASCAR team, all these left turns.
20?
And around.
20.
And around. No, he's more like F1.
30 more to go.
It just blows me away. Is it a Zen thing? How does he do this?
Just yawned and I was like,
Constant left turn.
We should get NASCAR. We should get NASCAR sponsorship. He's the wheel deal. Yeah.
Okay.
God. Oh, I don't have to go to the doctor today.
Reader Digest. I hope he's not digesting too quickly. I think you could do a commercial for,
Are you excited to graduate?
it's like, Jeremy, you gotta be hydrated, but you don't want to drink so much that you gotta go.
it's the last day of break. Let's go.
So you won't be here
But
Tuesday?
seriously, think of all the
We won't ever see you again?
I'll be here for finals.
Oh yeah.
And then
you
at
ate a meal
graduation
that you shouldn't
practice.
have eaten,
But I'm not
and
gonna
you don't want to
then
be
obviously at
excessive.
graduation.
That's why I'm just blown away.
Hour down.
And then fidgety.
Good enough.
1.5 hour that I lost that I could have been taking a nap.
Jeez. Imagine if a fly landed right here on your nose.
Cursing a blue streak.
No,
Here
that's
and then
not,
talking about the
that would.
Or a squirrel runs right in front of you.
Squirrel runs through.
Well, he told me that at the Knicks,
When we
he's
watched
used
the
to,
soccer games.
having to weave between people. Like while
we
juggling.
watch people get hit in the face.
Did you know that he can do some of this
I was
blindfolded?
so surprised at how much that actually happened.
And
How
then
much people just went like, kick
he
it.
had was it on YouTube or was it on
I saw
Instagram?
people butt
He had
heads.
footage of him on a
Just like
unicycle,
jumping and they
and he was
flail
like
their
in
hair
the
this
woods
way and
going
this
down
way.
like
Like you could
a
hear.
it's like kind of like
And I was like-
hilly section going down, going in between like rocks and sticks and twigs. What kind of a
I mean, I watched the
twisted
cross
individual
games
are
in
you?
college. It's
What's up? Masochist or sadist or somethingist, cycleist,
I gotta do this tomorrow too at the track event.
or as we like to say,
Gotta
weird.
go
No,
to UNH
eccentric.
for their state meet to take
No, everyone does
pictures.
something cool.
And they're like, we can
Where
have
is
you
that meet?
record. UNH. You know. And then
Why? Like, where are you going?
to take pictures for your book and the
A
slideshow.
great team.
Do you have to?
Yeah, they were.
No, but they
The father.
But no one from Europe wanted to do it.
yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll do it.
Avuncular and fraternal.
He was the avuncular person.
I was about to be like, I would do it, but I wouldn't.
Is there a female equivalent of avuncular, like tantular, like aunt-like? Antular. Well, I was trying to think of the word for aunt. Like in French, it's tante.
How's it going?
What is it in Spanish? It's tia. I don't remember in Italian. Cha-cha. So if you have an Aunt Charlene, she could be Cha-cha Charlie was
I'm so
a
hungry.
bubchi. What's a bubchi?
I'm gonna ask my dad if we can have.
Is your dad here?
No.
Just gonna get in the car. Mom?
Mimosa.
What were you
So
doing?
almost like mimosa.
No.
Would you like a mimosa?
Varsity.
Varsity.
It was JV. I'd be on that field.
I don't
Yeah, we
drink.
had our
I get
last
mine all through
game
cakes and desserts.
Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, my
was away, right?
Haagen-Dazs has these
No, it was
new,
here.
um,
It was a
kinda
double
like,
header.
I hate double-header.
spirit
Same.
enhanced ice creams. There's one with like rum. There's like an amaretto one. It's they're very they're tasty.
Yes.
And the only thing you have to worry about is if you're lactose intolerant. I don't think there's any alcohol in them, but they're tasty. The thing is, you know, Haagen-Dazs is expensive. Like, I have my cynicisms about the gourmet cookie and like the ice cream where you need to like mortgage your house just to buy a pint of it. Or rob a bank.
Just sit. Well, I got it
It's like,
anyways.
the ice cream's rich, but I'm not. So I'm going to stick with my Breyers. In fact, I'd rather be caught in Breyers than pay that price. Are you kidding me? Yes, I'm just a little cynical. You go, Jeremy. I'm a big breadhead. I love everything. What's your favorite? Well, what's yours and Sarah's?
They're really nice. They're being very flexible.
I would love
Doing our
pecan.
ceremony at the state park where we work.
What's your favorite, Mark?
The weather event coordinator.
It's gonna be good. Orange pineapple. Wow. Where do you find orange pineapple? 31 flavors? Or
Who's in that?
Do you know the twins? They're freshmen.
I love
love
orange
them.
pineapple muffins.
And Jaden.
Oh, is it from your forensics class?
Yeah. I know.
My forensics class.
Yeah, we took the picture. That's what I was gonna show you.
Oh, the picture we took?
Yes, sir.
Tell me a good
Yes.
punt every lap.
A good punt every lap. Oh, well, Mark and I have been like firing them off left, right, and center. I mean, they've been wheelie bad.
Take care of your balls.
We have ladies out there, Mark. Okay, all right. Okay.
I always stop people. I'm like, I wonder what they're doing right now.
Guinness, we're sorry.
I always see that you're with someone and then it's Jane. I'm like, oh.
Like, who's this? Oh.
Jane.
So, what are you having
Not
for dinner
surprising.
tonight, Mr. Walker? A tossed salad?
In Hawaii? Oh, Alaska? I wonder how she likes it over there.
Alaska's amazing, so we're not going.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, it's all
Blown
snow.
away.
Actually, not all the time. Good feelings out of the year.
can't wait to hear what Ms. Cove says.
But I like the cold,
It's
so.
like he said.
I could never. I mean, I'd rather be cold than hot. Because, like, cold you can bundle up, but hot you can't, like,
Yeah,
You're
but
like-
I mean, you know,
You're like trying to tear off layers.
yeah.
And then you're like, never
we
mind.
wouldn't be here without it.
When you get to that thin, like, tank top, then you're like,
I love our health too. He
It's
tells
like,
the
can
students,
do
okay, we're
nothing.
discussing
I know.
something
Like, even
that
just
makes you
being,
seem a
like,
little
just, like,
awkward
laying
or,
in your bed,
you
you could
know,
be,
make
like,
you feel a
not
little
undressed, and you're like,
you need to giggle, get your laughs out, it's okay. And then you can't stop giggling, put your head down until you can handle it. It just cracks me up. Oh, by the way, Mark, also I want you to know there's a dad out there.
here comes the sun.
and then wait for like 2 seconds. And then there's a whole nother bunch of clouds.
Rainstorm.
It has a ring. Just watch as it starts
Mark, we
pouring
are on
rain.
video, Mark.
What?
We are on video. Oh my.
Usually when I say bad things,
But I'll tell you what, we'll definitely go out for,
He be coming around
no
the
pun
mountain
intended,
when he
but a
comes.
Guinness. I'm cat
He be
sitting,
coming around the mountain when he
and the owner
Oh, isn't that
He be
an
of the
coming around
home
the
for the
mountain.
cat
Are you
is a
happy?
woman,
Is that your friend?
and she and her husband
Aka?
stout.
Aka?
So
Hi, Aka.
I've been making sure that the Guinness isn't sitting too long.
That's me. Dude, he was in the bathroom and I was like, what the
By
heck?
yours truly,
dude, I walked
and
into
none for the
Trundle's
cat.
classroom. I open the door, I
Sure,
close
it's
it,
none
I
for the
turn
cat.
around. There's Trundle on the not Trundle,
Tonight
Canfield
will
on the
be a
window.
Guinness night.
I was like, yeah.
And then I'm going to take some sort of NSAID to ease my pain, and that will be a wonderful thing. And then I will just sleep, and I hope it's a victorious
Wonderful.
sleep.
Well,
as
once you
our
hit the
good
30
Lord,
then,
but,
it would probably just take half an hour.
He's got-
It took him
he's in
about, it took him
40
like
minutes.
exactly like a half an hour to do 20.
in 52
What are we
seconds.
on anyway?
Oh, yeah.
I think we're almost at 30.
He said the first 30
Twice
were
my
the worst.
I think twice my finger came near the edge of the frame, but did not
one to like dance to.
interrupt
Because it's kind of
the star attraction.
slow, but then it's definitely, especially when you're teaching. As you guys are in
Yeah,
school.
that's why it's
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a good tip. Put that one in your playlist to think about.
I actually have on our
I think he's got
cards, I
like
put
a
space where people could
the,
request.
you know, he's got some
Yeah.
divine
So I'll have to
intervention.
look, and then I add
No,
them
no,
to
I'm not
support.
complaining,
It's
and she's like, "I'll pick you up at,
intervention.
like,
Jeremy has YouTube
Problematic.
Premium, so we don't get ads or
And
anything.
Right.
So we'll just play it
there.
off that.
Yes.
It's like, you know, I went to, when I was in first grade, we had Sister Mary
I'm trying to
Frances.
remember the name of it though.
And this is in Ohio. I went to St. Thomas Aquinas. And Sister Mary Frances was a bit of an enigma to me because you know what it's like. Ostensibly, you.
This is
you,
doing it when they said there was
raise-
supposed to be
were you
thunderstorms.
raised
I go
Catholic
home,
or-
I like take
or
my
another,
curtain off my window so I can actually have light. And what does it do? It's just like, meh.
I'm a
Goes from, like,
confirmed
It's like,
ticket to
ha,
Hades.
great. And I was like really great. I was like,
My
yes,
mother said,
thunderstorm. Then it
Brian,
got really
oh,
light out, and I was like,
she
what the?
It's about time
That
for you
happened
to be
like 20
confirmed.
times. It went from like
And
gray to sunny, gray to sunny, and I was like, you know what? I'm done.
she said, okay, child. She
Sounds
said,
about
listen, I didn't raise any idiots. She said, I raised you to know what you want to do, but I felt it was my responsibility. She said, I wanted you to know about a family's faith. You know, my maternal grandmother was a staunch Catholic. She was like a melting pot. She was Native American,
Good, Jeremy.
Irish, African American. Dora Ingram from
Okay.
Savannah, Georgia, and
I've only known 2 black
What's that
Catholics.
Beatles song? No.
well, that's the other thing. But a lot of
I
black
think
people are
that's the
Baptists,
Yeah.
and well, my family. So Dora Ingram was from Savannah, Georgia, and then I can't recall how, but she ended up moving as a young lady to New England, and so
They're all
Where'd he go?
my family was in Newport, Rhode Island. And my mother would tell me stories about how, she said, you know, we were Catholics. And she said, I'm not going to lie to you, child, but, you know, just like we're proud Americans, my mom said, we're proud to be Catholics. Like anyone should be proud of their faith. And she said
It's been
that
43 minutes.
other black people, it's like, oh, you think you're something special because you're black Catholics. You think you're all that. And my
I'm
mother said,
guessing, I'm
well,
gonna say 26.
we are.
The black Catholics that I knew grew up in Haiti.
Say,
Oh yeah,
They wanna
yeah, I can
go
see that.
for-
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a busy
Yeah, in Haiti
week,
it's either
and then
voodoo
now
or
I have
Catholicism.
track.
Yep. Yeah,
Hopefully
that's
have you coming over, and then Monday I might be going to Liam's house. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. So you get so when I
I don't make plans.
when I was doing stand-up comedy, I broke up with
2
my then
days.
girlfriend,
tell me if he's out of
or
frame.
she broke up with me. It was something that wasn't working. But so I said, you know, I'm gonna go back to my one heart's love and devotion that never has any chance of betraying me because it makes me no promises. I'm going back to theater and acting, so I did, and I started actually putting a lot of attention to stand-up comedy.
She'd
And this
probably be
one,
concerned.
this one I
She'd
lived
be
in
like,
Boston.
Well, maybe she was like, maybe he's coming
started
around sometime. And he was like,
checking
already
out clubs.
passed.
Where am I going to do some open mic night? So try different venues. So there's this one. I can't recall. It was Patrick's Pub. It was something really sort of cliche,
Yeah, my leg.
Irish
What is
Catholic
she
sounding,
doing? I feel like.
and it was in
I'm still like
part
grizzly
of
bear.
town where the melanin enhanced among us were traditionally welcome. And it was off the Red Line. I can't remember what stop it was. I lived in Somerville, right over the Cambridge line. And well, here's the kicker. I set up this open mic night thing, and I'm going out. I think it was like a Saturday night. It might have been a Friday. And I'm on the Red Line. And
What's the red line?
oh, the Red Line subway. The Red Line subway stop.
Okay. All right.
And I try and remember.
I know
I haven't lived in Boston in a while. I moved in
Wasn't expecting the sun to come out. Did
1988.
somebody roll in my steering
Hey, Kirby! Awesome! 1970 what?
1980. I moved in 1990. That's when I. 88, 1990. Yeah, I moved in 1990 from Boston to LA. But while I was in Boston, I'm on the Red Line, and I'm going into. It's one of the areas that's. I'm trying to remember.
Okay, so that's like
Which stop is on the Red
an
Line.
hour left.
But
It took them like 30 minutes for 20.
And reputed to be very racist. I'm not going to say it is or it isn't, but I've had both Irish people, Boston natives of all colors say, "Oh, that's a rough part." So I'm on the Red Line, and I think I was going on at 11 o'clock, maybe somewhere around there, and this young woman, she looked like she was probably in her late 20s or possibly even her early 30s, and the Red Line is moving toward one of its endpoints, and this young blonde woman, she's on the train, and I'm the only other one on this car. And she said,
Yeah, I told him
"Excuse me."
after
She's
this
very
I'd be
close. She said,
going. Because I told him it's
"I
supposed to be at
need
4.
to be
I go at 4.
forward."
Just text him, he's
So I'm
still
thinking, "Oh my
going.
God, what's this lady doing?" So she said,
Still, we're
"Sir,
trucking along
do you know
here.
where you're going?" No, she said something like, "Are you from around here?" And I said, "I live in Somerville." She said, "Do you know where you're going?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yes." I can't remember the name of the place. I said, "Yes, I'm going to Patrick's Pub." She said, "Excuse me?" I said, "I'm going to Patrick's Pub." She says, "Do you know where that is?" I said, "Yeah, it's at such and such a stop." She says, "I don't think you really know where you are." I said, "No, I do." And she said, "What are you going
You
there
are
for?"
straight.
I said, "She said, have you been there before?" I said, "No, this will be my first time." She said, "Why are you going?"
Do you like
Somebody
him?
knows. I said, I do stand-up comedy, and I booked
Hey, you're in the
a spot
lead.
at open mic night." And she said, "I'm not trying to be disrespectful or
Food, I haven't
presumptuous
eaten.
to me, but
I haven't eaten since 8 in the morning.
You can go get some
it's
food.
really, I don't think they're
Probably
going to be
here.
very nice to you. Do you understand?" I said, "I think I know what you're saying, and I've heard as much." She said, "Then why are you going?" I said, "Well,
I'll wait a second. I still
I
got to do
stand-up
this.
comedy. I'm going to do this like little like
Substantial
open mic night gig."
Which is
And
everything.
she said to me, she said, "If I were you, at the next stop," she said, "I would get off this train, I would go up the stairs, go to the other side, and head back." Because
It's going to fall
she
off
said,
for a
"Where you're
minute.
going," I think she said it was like at least say like a half a mile to 3/4.
Ready?
It's like
I
a
got
half
this.
a mile from the subway stop, and it's really a bad area.
I'm burning
and people can be very
alive.
She gave me all these admonitions, very dangerous, very unkind. And she said, "You understand?" I said, I hear what you're saying." And she said, "And you're still going to go?" And I said, "Yes." And she just shook her head. And she said, "This is going to sound odd." She said, "Please,
I got hair.
please listen to me. It's very dangerous where you're going. And I'm not trying to say you can't defend yourself, but
Unicycle getting tired.
you're burning rubber." Okay, cool. So whoever that is, you're not in front of the camera, right? Because I can't block. Hi, hello, sir. I'm Brian. I don't know if you know Mark.
Hey, I'm Mark.
You were at the Nick when he broke the record, right? Yes. No. It was cool.
I wonder if he brought napkins.
But Mr. Stewart, I brought you water.
Oh, you were most kind. Oh, I'm just Brian. I'm not Mr. Stewart.
Hey, you helped me keep fresh with
Here, I
laws.
can do it.
Oh,
I bake
Hudson.
everything
How
so
are
I
you,
can-
sir? I didn't realize that was you.
I know.
Hudson, you can call him Brian. Hudson is great. Hudson is like an amazing student here. Hudson, if I recall correctly, Hudson, you are a gentleman and a scholar. You know, I was telling Jordan the other day, I said, your brothers are so cool. I am a major
When you're dying
Inglesby
on
fan.
camera. You have to keep it going.
Technically behind the camera, you're dying.
Hudson, sir, it's good to see you. The facial hair threw me.
Thank you, Hudson, for answering our food prayers.
Our food period.
Hudson, it's so cool to see you here, sir. Actually, I'm paranoid about losing track of Mr. Walker, of Jeremy, and but it smells divine. Hudson, you're so kind. I was telling Drew, I was telling George, I said, your brothers are so cool. Send them love and respect.
Yeah.
I really mean that. Hudson, you doing well?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Hudson, it's very good to see you.
What have you been up to, Hudson?
What was the favorite thing you
school
ate that was
college
here
mass.
in
That
America?
rocks.
What are you studying?
Business and management. Focus on analytics and new media.
Hudson, you're gonna be a very successful man.
So were those
Somehow got myself through 2 semesters of German down there.
Oh my God, German is not easy to learn. I studied a
Is there
little.
food
and I've
here that
forgotten a
we
lot.
don't have in Japan?
That's. But you studied French too, didn't you, with Mr. Long?
Yep.
Wow, you have to be
I'm gonna
German.
wait for him to get back. Hopefully, Mr.
Oh,
Stewart
Jeremy, did you ask something?
Yeah.
So, how do you say? Wie geht's, Herr
Mr. Stewart
Inglesby?
not talking.
That's unheard of.
So,
Sorry, Mr. Stewart, if you watch
ich
this,
heiße,
not hating
ich
on you.
heiße Brian Stewart.
I know.
Wie heißen Sie? Ja?
So nice. And like he's so smart too.
Oh, yeah. He can speak like 7 Yeah. He like is in my Spanish class and he'll just talk to me in like full Spanish and then he'll go like French and he'll
Do you
go
have
like
any
German.
unicycle puns? We've been peppering.
I can only speak English
I
barely.
think we're about out of them.
You can barely speak.
Well, I don't know. You
correct
might
here.
have spoke too soon.
Oh!
That needs a rim shot.
Yeah.
Are you tired yet?
Here's a rim shot for you. Plainly spoken.
I got it.
I'm peddling
eat your
bad
pizza.
puns. Sorry about that.
I was thinking of how I could work with spokes.
We're at 41?
Really?
No.
31 or 30?
I don't even
I don't know.
remember all the puns.
Dead. I heard 40, then I heard 30. I don't know.
Peppered with
I
puns
think
and
max
not
is
salty
time
about
to
it.
laugh.
Oh.
A minute.
I know. This is not the season for this.
Okay.
At
He got
53
me
minutes,
excited.
yeah.
I was like, wow, that was quick.
Yeah, about
I'm blown away.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be getting tired.
Do that.
Well, I have no right to say anything. That man out there is just
That's
like,
softball.
I
Be like,
can't
no,
believe
Mr.
it. Like, I saw
Wong.
the
Say,
first
no,
one,
he's
and
still
gonna break
riding
that.
his
And the
unicycle.
first one, he actually chose to stop. He didn't drop the ball or anything. He's like, oh, I'll go one more. It's like, okay, right? I would have.
Oh no. I lost him. Oh, there he is.
if oh golly, can you imagine if they ever did a juggling competition? Just put him in a metal outfit.
So Hudson, he more than doubled. I thought he tripled. I can't recall what was it. I thought it was 4 miles. Was it longer? Was it more than that? But he did 12 miles. He did about 12 miles
Yeah.
and change for
I
90.
that
What was it? It was like it was just under 90 minutes at the Nick in Wolfboro.
His arms are heavy,
This is
knees
insane.
weak, balls are also heavy.
I don't know the count, but they do have a
Sweat is
counter over
already
there.
on his shirt.
This just blows me
He's
away.
nervous. I could write a rap about this.
I can't do that.
You're ripping off a
I
rap
can't
about
juggle
this.
that long, and I can't unicycle that long. I was telling Mark, I think I can do what they call 47 throws with the juggling. He's got
Adios,
students
Abby.
that he taught this year who can do like, I think it's like 1,200 throws plus. I lost the count. I think they
Adios.
do even more than that now. It's insane. And then he does all these other things. You know, he does pins and he does this thing called the Diablo. And he's given
In 5 minutes, it'll
workshops
be
to
2
like
hours.
the Girl Scouts.
That's like 5 laps. I mean, not 2 hours,
They're
1 hour.
so cute.
2 hours.
They do. Hudson, you rock, young man. Much respect to you, Hudson, and thank you for thinking of me.
Thank you very
It's great
much.
to see your dad here. Carl is like the coolest dude. He is. Mr. Inglesby is great. And then Hudson has a brother, Drew, who also went to school here. I think Hudson would have been a great boxer or a linebacker. Really, they're a wonderful family. I love the Inglesbys. Jordan, his sister's with FBLA. Mr. Walker, you rock, dude. You rock.
got this.
Hey, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, you.
Pull up some cheese.
I can't believe that. So he's got one ear, and he can hold conversations. I can't break focus on toast. Seriously, I have an easy task here. Sit in the chair. Just for a little body. Keep him in the front. So, I think with 1 or 2
What would you
minor
wanna do if
exceptions,
you
I
came
kept
over,
him in the,
Corinne?
what do you call it, in the center rectangle.
I don't have much yet because my house is still up. Like, I know someday I gotta still unpack my room. And then the kids that we go over, there's a girl that's my age,
So,
but she doesn't
there's
talk.
a guy,
really.
and I think it's
And
Portland, who
there's
is
a
the
kid named Brendan.
Unipiper,
He's like
and
11. He's like 13.
He has a
he always hangs out with me.
bagpipes, and
then
he
there's 2
plays them
younger
while
kids,
on
but
a
they always hang out
unicycle.
with us.
And if I
Crazy.
recall, he's the
But we
one who
just eat
also
a lot
wears a
of
Darth
food and just
Vader
play
mask
games
and a
and
kilt.
watch movies.
It's like some
Maybe-
serious dude. You gotta
don't
learn
know
to
yet, but
learn to play the
I
bagpipes.
remember soap opera with
I've always wanted to learn the bagpipes. I think they're so
Yeah,
cool. And I
Oh.
allegedly have Scottish blood coursing through my veins. I got a
I thought you
little
were
of
gonna say
everything.
Asa.
So,
I was like, no, you're gonna-
so I go on this.
jumping
So I
ahead.
didn't get off the train, and I show up in this neighborhood.
Tennis team.
Now,
like a
I
team.
get
Yeah,
off
not
the
like
train. I make it up the. First thing I see
Yeah,
is
I
this like
understand.
Yeah.
Lucite panel along on the side of the escalator,
Selective team.
carved in the Lucite.
Jeremy, that rubber's burning a little bit.
You're the man in motion. Well, we should have that. You know
Really?
that
What does it
man in
say?
motion. One of you, the St. Elmo's Fire.
Remote control.
I'm not going to try to sing because I don't want to.
How can you tell the difference between like Japanese and Chinese? Because they kind of
Am I on
look
the
the
red line?
same. Like is Chinese
Hurting
like
ears?
spread out more? Or
Oh, I'm sorry. So I get off and I'm going up the escalator. And to the left, there's this like little Lucite wedge,
we lost
sort of
him.
like a. I don't know, it's a sound guard, it's there for support,
Well,
but
like
it's,
juggle,
but it's
and
like a
I've
little
been
like
practicing
kind of
riding
mini
the
window
unicycle,
type
and I
of wedge of glass, plexiglass, and carved in it says "kill
these
all
ones and
N-words,"
these ones are-
except they spelled it out,
So
and I'm like,
Chinese,
alrighty then.
they use
I'm gonna keep going. So I get up to the ground
so you're
level.
more advanced.
I walk out.
You're cooler.
There are some street lights, but they're not really bright
Remember that
street
one
lights.
girl we met at
It
the
was like a dark,
volleyball
desolate
game and she
neighborhood.
was Chinese, I
It was,
think. What's her name?
like
Carol?
three, four sort of like buildings.
She gave me her
New
number.
Orleans,
So
sort of
I
like
never
three cars.
and then she never texted
2 floors. Yes, yep. And it's
Bye, girl.
quiet. The street's really quiet. Some lights on these buildings. So I start walking and look.
I don't know.
Felt like kind of like a place where it's like people are off the streets. They don't want to be on them.
She's like,
But I'm walking in the direction. This is before
Yeah,
MapQuest and the internet and everything. And I start walking down the street for this place that's about a half a mile. I think it turned out to be more than a mile. I mean, at least a mile, but I'm walking. And about
Go get more pizza.
maybe less than a block into my walk,
Pizza's for us.
I hear this, "Caca, caca," and all these weird calls. And they heard N-word a few times.
And plus you helped out, so like,
Keep walking.
and look at you're literally the only person who came and watched it that's not from the club. So like, you deserve some pizza.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, she tried to warn me, but I don't give a damn. I'm gonna go do this thing. I have this thing about not cowering. I was notorious in college for, if I wanted to go for a walk at night, people say it's dangerous out there. It's like, look, I'm not gonna let these clowns rule. Yeah, use some common sense, but I'm not gonna be held captive by the threat of idiots, even though some of them have knives and guns. So I start walking, and at one point somebody yelled out, "You!" I don't know, they called me a coon or something. So I'm standing. So I stopped and I said, "I'll wait for you." I shouted. I don't want to shout on the phones. I said, "I'll wait for you." I said, "I'm waiting. Come on down. Put up or shut up." And I was thinking, God, if they show up with baseball bats and clubs or knives and guns. And this is from like a second or third floor window. And I looked back and I was like, okay, I guess not. I kept walking. So I got this pretty much every block. I'm getting hissing. I'm getting, "Get the hell out of here. What the F are you doing, you N-word?" And I'd stop just to let them know. It's like, I'm scared of you. I stop. Coming down? Guess not. All talk, no action. And yeah, inside I was thinking, don't come down. So I get to this little pub. I walk, and it looks kind of like dumpy out on the outside, and it's got the old.
Was it Patrick's Pub?
Yeah. I think it was called Patrick's Pub or something like that. And it seemed like a New England Irish pub. Yeah. So I walk in the door, and I look around. It's dark. It's super low lighting. And, smells like a pub. People are kind of sitting at their tables, drinking their beer. And I'd say, how many people are in there? There were probably at least 30 people, mostly at tables. For some reason, they might have had an actual bar, but I don't really recall the bar. I remember these small tables that would seat anywhere from 2 to 4 people. And this little stage, this small stage, and this man walks up to me immediately. I guess I stood out. And he says, "May I help you?" He looks at me like, "What the hell are you doing?" He says, "May I help you?" I said, "Yes, sir. I signed up. I called by phone, and I signed up for your open mic night." He says, "Yeah?" I said, "Yes, sir. My name's Brian Paul Stewart." He says, "Yeah." I said, "Is it still possible to go on?" And then he looks back at the people, in the seating area. He says, "Well, do you still want to go on?" That's what he said. I said, "Yes, sir. I do. I look forward to the opportunity." He says, "Yeah." He said almost like this incredulity written all over his face. I said, "Yes, sir." He says, "Well, okay." He says, "You see the stage up there?" I said, "When do I go?" He says, "Whenever you want. You're the only one who signed up." He really did. I said, "Okay, that's good." So
no riff.
he says, "Just a minute, I'll introduce you." He says, "Your name again is?" I said, "Brian Paul Stewart." He says, "Okay." And when I said, "Yeah, I still want to go on," he kind of looked at me warmly, like, "Okay, buddy, all right." But it wasn't like a cynical thing. It's like, "Hey, dude, you're a trooper. It's all good." So he didn't say that, but that's sort of what I inferred from his demeanor. So he goes up to the stage, and he says, "We have an entertainer tonight. He's going to do some stand-up comedy for us." He said, "Please welcome Brian Paul Stewart." And I think there are 2 people who did that sort of that apathetic clap, the lip service clap. I step up to the mic, I look out, and there are all of these kind of dead faces, like prove something to us. Like, what are you doing here? You know, it's like, no, he didn't feel especially welcomed. And I said, well, thank you for having me here. I'm Brian Stewart, and as you can tell from my name, I'm Scottish. and I hear one person go, and I said,
In an
now,
Irish pub.
now this is the thing. I said that here's the thing. You may not realize it, but I suspect we have a lot in common. And there's this dead silence. I said, for instance, this is an Irish pub, and it was because they had the Shamrock Patrick. And I said, but I'm not only Scottish. I said, I'm actually part Irish. They were silent, and I said, Black Irish, and they all started laughing. They started laughing. I said, see, you follow me. I said, ironically, I don't have any Spanish blood. And half of them got that one. And I said, and of course, being Irish, and I said, and I'm proud of my Irish blood. I said, but some of you may not know I'm also part African American. And then I got some more laughs. And I said, and it was interesting. I said, because I was raised Catholic, and I said, yeah, I went through Holy Communion, and that was interesting because, you know, at one point I said to Father Matura was his name.
What
I
was
said,
his name?
Father Matura was his name. This is in Lakehurst at St. Joseph's Church. I said, he had a sense of humor, and I said I was a little bewildered. I said, why couldn't they have like a whole wheat host for a change? I said, you know, who was I to complain? The host was always white.
Oh, God.
And I said, I'm receiving my first Holy Communion. And Father says to me, I stepped up, and it was all solemn. I was told, you don't chew the host. You let the wafer gently melt on your
yes, you
tongue.
do.
And I
Yes,
said,
you
I
do.
step up, and I'm trying to keep from laughing because I'm nervous. And I said, and the priest looks at me, he says, and here's your host. And they started laughing. And I said, no disrespect meant, but you know what it's like.
The next time I go to mass, I'm gonna have to say, is this gluten free? I'm sorry. Where's the gluten free communion station?
It was amazing. And then so they started laughing. And I said, and you know what that's like. I said, I was pretty good in Bible school. And I said, and the thing about us Catholics, and you guys know what this is like, I said, we all have at least one bad knee from all the genuflecting. Boom! Boom! You know, and I said it was tough. And I said, you know, that following Christmas, I got one knee pad. It was totally,
Yeah, you switch which side of the church you want to sit in so that you can spread out the knee pain.
And then here's this one got a good laugh. I said, you know, my mom was raised Catholic too. I said, jokes aside, her mother. I told them about Dora Ingram, my maternal grandmother. I said she was Irish and Scottish. No, she was Irish, Native American, and African American. And I said, but my mother, she always got things confused because remember, I'm like African American. I've got Irish blood. So I said every St. Patty's Day, Mom would get it wrong. She would either serve like ham hocks and cabbage or collard greens and corned beef. I said it was really it was always a little different. And they were rolling. And now here's the kicker, and this is true. I had no prepared material. I just freestyled every bit of it. And they were cracking up. It's like one of the best audiences I ever had. And when I finished the set, they were all clapping. They came up and shook hands with me. And they said, oh, this is great. We really loved having you here. It would be great. Will you come back? And I said, yes, I'd come back. But what happened was I ultimately ended up moving to L.A., and I will never forget that. And I'm so glad I did it. And my mother used to say to me, and I miss that woman. She passed away a couple of years ago. But my mother used to say to me, Brian, you're going to get a lot of people about whom you hear the worst of things. And she said, and you're going to be one of those people about whom others have heard the worst of things. So she said, this is all I ask. determine what you think and feel about people based upon your personal experiences with them. Treat them, show them the measure of respect that you would like to receive yourself, or that you would like, your family, people you care about, your friends and loved ones. How would you like someone to treat them? Judge people based on the way they treat you and your experiences. She said, I'm not saying that you should ignore, hearsay or advisories from other people. Keep those in consideration, but don't let that set the stage for how you're going to treat someone. And I've found, by and large, those words to be golden. And prime example, this event. Oh, and walking home was just as scary as going out, but walking back to the subway stop. But that was one of my favorite things I've ever done. And I think it was called Patrick's Pub, but this was, I'm 56, so this was, I was about 27 or 28 at the time. And those people were great. And at first they weren't too keen on me, but they forgot the color and they went for the character. And one of the things I learned early on in acting is be sincere. And I was sincere with them. I didn't posture. I was just sincere. And the other thing I learned as a comedian in the early days is, if you can find the common ground that you share with someone, that's empowering, because then you have the benefit of a meeting ground and things that we both get. So yeah, we can complement one another's experiences with our differences, but if you find, and it's always there, there's so much common ground, and you find that. And so, like in politics, I love it, whether it's left, right, or center, when people say, you know what, we all have families, we all have people we care about and love. We have people in our lives who may be ill, that need care, and everyone gets that. Those are universal realities, and I think that's the beauty of humanity, when you can realize the humanity and the vulnerabilities of others. Regardless of what your beliefs and disbeliefs are, we all have someone we love and care about. And hopefully, even though some may not realize it, people who love and care about them. And if you can find that bond, I don't think anything can break it. You start asking people about their families or their passions, and so many of them are happy to share it, because I don't think it's often enough that they are asked about it.
I think unless you see someone drive up with a Trump bumper sticker or an Obama sticker on their vehicle, you just assume that they're people and people.
Yes.
That's, and most of us have families. I do.
Yes.
Some people choose not to, and some people can't, and it's all good. Some men like women, most men like women, some don't.
Yeah.
Most women like men,
And some don't.
some don't.
But the thing,
but people are people.
Yes.
You just think about your common humanity.
I am so with you.
It's like people are people, and we get a guy who's cycling around us, juggling, kind of like the Earth around the sun.
Yes. And we're all rooting for him.
And he's juggling his moons, and
Oh, I like that.
it's just the clockwork of the universe.
Yes, it's like wheels in orbs.
Yeah.
Cycles into orbs.
Oh God, I became poetic. Okay, man, I shoot myself in the head.
Well, yeah, you're poetic, but it wasn't perverse. Now let's do it in iambic pentameter.
Oh.
Oh, I love doing that freestyling in iambic
I
pentameter.
can't do that no more. I used to write really bad Shakespeare ripoffs.
Oh,
I
really?
used to write.
I
And I used cheesy Elizabethan language.
Oh, forsooth, good man.
No, Hey, keep it up.
You go, homeboy.
I'm out of puns.
To be wheel. Oh, it's like this is just like there's something poetic about this. One of my favorite pictures from the what year is it? Basically, an angry mob of mostly black people. There's a Klansman. I think he's in his robes. I can't recall if his hat's off, if he's got the hood off of his head or partially on his head. His face is exposed, and this angry mob is trying to beat the living daylights out of this man. A young black woman throws her body on top of him and guards him, and basically saying, "Leave him alone." And that's a huge heart. That's the humanity, and I think it was probably a life-changing thing for the man when I've had a very interesting life, as I think most of us have. But one of the things when I worked in LA, things were going relatively well in the industry for a while. I had sold a cheesy script that I developed for somebody else and wrote. It was their concept. It was a horrible, cheesy concept, but I knew enough about writing and developing the story and what the industry wanted that the script got sold. And then I was working for like major studios, and then due to studio politics, when I was working for Nickelodeon, I got laid off, and that happened within a 2-year window when things were a little slow in the industry, and instead of resorting to family or friends for help, and some say this was foolish pride, but I think it was trying not to take advantage of every resource that I knew was there immediately. I wanted to protect people from my need and from my choice to have taken on life in an industry that was very fickle. Acting and writing and most arts, it's not always the gentlest reality that lands on you. So I ended up homeless, and I was homeless for 5 years. And within those 5 years, I never held my hand out to anyone, never asked for help. There was always work of some sort, whether it was digging ditches for sprinkler systems. There were a couple of people who had serious addiction issues. A couple, and they had twin boys. I pretty much tutored them. They were getting D's and F's. I brought one to straight A's within a year, and the other one had all B's and A's, these two fraternal twins. And during that time, among the many people I encountered, and there were a lot of, this is in Phoenix, Arizona, one of them, he was allegedly, according to some of his friends and confidants, a Klansman. Another one was a member of the Aryan Brotherhood. Neither group that would really approve of my existence anywhere. And over the course of a 5-year period, both of these people, there was a third one, oh my God, he was a neo-Nazi skinhead. But the Klansmen ended up, or the alleged Klansmen ended up doing a bit of time. These are all people who used the N-word as if they were saying, "Hello, my good friend." But that's not what they were saying. And one went away for, I think it was a couple of years. He was caught with a controlled substance, and it wasn't Nutella. So he did a bit of time.
Can I stick this in your pocket?
I don't know what it is.
It's one of those. It's not mine. It's one of those iPhone boxes.
Oh, I'm so curious. I don't want to look down there because I'll
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it doesn't have like something in it that bites. Oops.
No.
Okay.
No biter.
And oh, it's that the charger.
Yep.
Cool. And anyhow, he got out of prison, and I bumped into him, and he says to me, by the way, I was kind to him. I helped him in more than a few instances. If he was about to get into trouble, or somebody was gonna, try to jump him, and tell him, "Don't worry, I'll help you defend yourself." He's like, "Why would you want to do that for me?" I said the worst of things about you, and why? And I said, "You're a person. You can show me measures of contempt all you want, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to return in kind. I'm not indifferent to people who are being bullied." And I think that touched him in some way, because he had, when I ran into him after he got out, he was driving a truck. It looked like some sort of it had all of the toolboxes and everything. And I said, "How are you?" And he says, "I'm doing well, Brian." He said, I've got a job. Things are going well. I'm working with a contractor. And then he said to me, I almost cried. He said, "How are you doing?" I said, "I'm holding up. I'm eating. I'm doing okay." He said, "Listen, here." He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out his wallet, and he pulls out a 20. He said, "Take this." I said, No. I said, "Lonnie, I'm fine. I'm good." He said, No. He said, "Listen to me." He said, "I want you to have this." He said, "It's not much, but I want you to have it." And he said, "You can go to a movie if you want. You can buy yourself, pizza, whatever you want." He said, "But please take this." He said, You've been kind. You've been decent to me." And it was his way of saying he saw me as a person, and
You could have one-upped him and say, "No, I don't want it. Donate it to the NAACP."
No, he wore his heart on his sleeve. He wasn't trying to be macho. It was like incredible, and he just treated me as if I were his brother. He was concerned. He said, "I want to be sure you're eating, and I know you said you are, but if you don't need it for food, you spend it on anything you want." And to me, that was his way of saying, "I acknowledge you as a person. I appreciate the kindness you've shown me." That was a huge thing for me, and that happened with a few other people. They went from, so one kid, I went through a stage in life when I was contemplating, my metaphor is checking out of the Grand Hotel.
Oh, Jeremy.
Oh my God, he's almost at his he's 7 minutes away from his last record.
Really?
He's at an hour and 23 minutes and change, and it was like the last time I taped it. The tape itself, the video itself, is like an hour and 34 minutes, but his cycling time was, what was it? It was like, I think it was like 89 minutes and change, something like that. He did 50 laps. So now he's at like an hour and 24 minutes. This is crazy. I want to be you, Jeremy Walker.
No, you don't. Not right now.
I wouldn't make that. Sorry, I shouldn't. I did not expect that. I have about an hour and 24 minutes. I am blown away. I have the easy
Yeah,
job.
we've just been sitting here gib-gabbering.
Talking about life.
And he's
You know, this is like such a circles within circles thing. So he's like juggling these orbs, right? It's
Yep.
3-ball cascade. He's on the unicycle.
Yep.
I am literally kind of like spinning around on a wheel. And the chair has wheels, but they're not going to roll on this turf. And so it's like circles within circles within circles. The earth is spinning. It's going around. Oh, and the moon's going around. Yeah, oh my God, it's just everything. And we're going around the sun. And the galaxy is turning. Let's see. Spinning wheel. This is Proud Mary, spinning wheel. Oh, there's the birds. Turn, turn, turn. And I'm making left turns too. My God, how does he do this? He you know what? He's like this like fantastical freak man. People can't do this. Look, he's got, and it's this forward motion thing because as he's moving forward, there's got to be some sort of a physics thing to this because he's moving forward and balls have to have some forward momentum, right? And why isn't he riding into them? How does this work? How does he do this?
Yeah,
This is just bizarre.
I mean, let's say that he's gone for 6 miles so far, just as a number. If it was a straight mile track.
I think he's in 12, but
Yeah.
I have no idea. He knows the math.
If he was on a straight track,
Mm-hmm.
he'd be like, okay.
Oh, we
well,
should go to the Midwest. Out like highway. What is the famous highway 66? And just like riding like through the Midwest. Is it the Midwest that runs through the Midwest, right? Or the Southwest? I don't know.
Mid and Southwest.
But these long stretches of road
Yeah.
to ride alongside him with like maybe a GoPro.
Yeah. Yeah, but now it's the turns, and you're probably right about the physics thing. It's like you get a course adjusts both your body plus, whatever.
Look at my finger. I can feel my finger from the edge.
There are in the movement of the balls.
It's like, yeah, it just blows me away. This would be like a great math thing, math and physics. You know what's really great? How much battery do I have left?
The principal here, I'd say, you should have him do a special thing for like the AP physics course. And
Yeah, there's education all over this, isn't there? So there's marketing. They did FBLA kind of marketing the event.
Mm-hmm.
Arts could do they could actually do some sort of like cool jiggy film thing with it. But you're right. The physics and the science of, how many tosses, do the math, how many. So I can't recall how much each of those juggling balls weighs, but
155. Oh, what did he say? 155 grams.
what really bums me though, Mark, is to me this is a very big deal. It's like he's like a local dude.
There's probably anyone here.
And it bums me. I feel like that more. It's a Friday, but more schools should have turned out to cheer him on. I mean, how many Guinness Book of World Records holders do I know? None. And how many?
None.
And if I did, what are the odds that I would have seen them break the record, break anyone's record? Now he's. This is like a personal best thing. Well, actually, if he did 2 hours, I'm hoping he can beat his 2-hour mark.
I think he will. He looks pretty strong.
He's really strong. I mean, he's moving fast. And keep him in frame.
get the sense that when he broke the record last year, he was just like, all right, I'm done. I'll do it.
Yeah, he was. Did you see how he was doing the high fives and he just went out and was like, did you just do that, dude? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was like, I'll do it again. I'm not gonna stop doing it. So
That blew me away.
I'll do it again next year, and I'll beat it by 5 minutes.
It's like incredible. So he's about, I think where his record was, it's like 1 hour 29 minutes and 43. Wow. You're rocking it, Jeremy. This is great. I think I started only seconds before he got on his unicycle. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank you. I am humbled, very humbled. God, I'm just like doing nothing, and my left arm hurts. God, I mean, it's just devastating. He smashed that record. Oh, well, you know the cool part, when he whenever it is he stops, I guess Guinness will give him an updated certificate or something after they go through the channels of the protocols to verify. And this is they're very I don't want to say the word stringent because that makes it sound like they're unreasonable, but they're thorough. They're very thorough. And I think that's admirable, because I could easily see where there's a world of so many like scammers and players and everyone's trying to get over. And then the other thing that's got to be brutal is, this is like, I love technology, but I can't stand what people do with a digital wizardry to try to dupe anyone, from like just your common man to insurance companies to you name it. And so doubtless the I guess auditors, or whatever they call the officials who determine the legitimacy of things, have to be super vigilant and stay on top of everything. So,
well, I'm sitting here right now, and I know this is the real deal.
The high, but I'm glad the last one I did was in high def. This one's high def too, and I think that's really the only way to do these things, and to have as many witnesses as possible. I wish the local news had come out.
Well, I'm the local news.
You are the local news, but I like the TV, the TV news. By the way, thank you for being a journalist, because you guys are under fire by abject ignorance, and you're being vilified. I can't stand the thought of the press being vilified. I saw online the other day, and I loved it. I don't know if I captured a picture of it. I'm sure I shared it or retweeted it. It was a picture of someone holding a sign that says, first they came for the press, then we don't know what happened after that. Speaks volumes. I think people take when I say legit, I mean the conscientious. I mean, not yellow journalism, not this like twisted and perverse sort of rendering of reality, where they pander to people who are predisposed to believing whatever appeals to their myopic agendas and often hateful agendas. Because you think about it, you guys are the eyes and ears for like millions of people who don't have eyes or ears or access. And there's so many people who are averse to the truth being known and disseminated by credible parties, because they know the truth will destroy them.
And the Bayside is what they call a community newspaper. So I mean, sometimes I have to do hard news, but an event like this,
Yes.
Kind of a feel-good story. Someone local who
is a nice guy and an educator.
Nice guy. Kids like him.
His students love him. It's so cool, Mark. You should see them when they rush into the room at the open campus break. Mr. Walker, teach me this. Mr. Walker, can I do the Diablo? It's the greatest thing. It's like he's like big brother. He's uncle. He's educator. He's Sarah's amazing like that. Sarah has made an amazing difference in Alexa's.
So Jeremy is both fraternal and avuncular.
He is. He's furvuncular. He is. Uncle Jay.
Yeah, Sarah's had a big impact on.
Oh, she's
Alex's
wonderful.
life. Yeah, she's really helped Alex.
Alex has become a warmer person. She's more confident. She's gentler. She used to be very brash.
Her grades have gone way up too.
Sarah is just like a blessing. She really, really is. I don't need to tell you. She's just amazing. You and Sarah are amazing. Your children are so fortunate to have you as parents, and you're fortunate to have them as children. But I'm telling you, you guys are amazing. I mean, she's got your children. You guys, they have brilliant, compassionate parents who do things that better lives. No, you guys really do. It's not like you're like some self-serving, myopic, vain jerks who are just like, oh, let me rake in some bank and no, you give. You guys make life better. You do. You guys are amazing. And Mark, you're a superb writer. You are. You try, you succeed. It's like, damn. And you're like, your facts, your compassion, your insight, you're just like, you're incredible. You take the story beyond just, the where when there's layering in it.
I have a couple of rules. Be truthful. Well, A, keep to the facts, because facts aren't necessarily truth.
That's true.
So, be true to the facts. So, if I say that there was 450 people somewhere, I want to make sure that number's right. But what's the
You
truth
mean as opposed
of
to saying this is the biggest inauguration ever? Period. Yay, Jeremy!
Go for it!
So he's already beyond his that first one he did at the Nick. I gotta show you the picture he sent me after he did the 2-hour one. He's like laid out on the ground next to his unicycle. It's getting dark, and that's not making me happy. I mean, he's still visible.
Be factual. Be truthful. Make sure that it's a good narrative, and you know what it's like.
You don't leave blanks. You give a good, full, clear, clean picture. It's like good water. You know what I mean? It's not muddied with a bunch of floaties and dirt in it. It's like it's a clean, clear picture. It engages you. You are an engaging writer.
My final
Mr.
rule
Forens.
is, excuse the term, but don't be a douchebag. Because, I mean,
Yes.
there are meetings that I've been in. You probably haven't read any of these stories, but there are some people that just... Local politics is what it is.
Turds.
Yeah.
No, the other thing, Mark, is you can, when one reads your work, one can feel that you love what you do. You feel the passion and the commitment. You're going, Dr. Walker!
Wowee!
Wow. This is great. It's amazing.
I just feel like I
He's
should
done
have.
this almost.
I feel like when I got here, I should have just wound him up.
This is longer than a feature film. Maybe he'll do a endgame version, 3 hours. Okay. I'm still blown away. I can't lie. Knowing my limitations, I probably said, okay, that's enough for one lifetime. No, he gets on and he does it again. And now here's the part that this is how ethical he is. He worked a full day.
Yeah.
I said to him, I said, listen, you want to be as rested and as strong as possible, because when he broke it before, he had like a full night's rest. I can't recall if it was a Saturday or a Sunday. I think it was a Sunday. I can't recall. It was the weekend. And we went out to the track, and it was a beautiful day. And he did it. But here, this is the end of a full week. A full week. And not only does he work here at the school, I don't know how many nights, but there's the Olympia gym. He works there as a personal trainer after school. It's in Wolfboro, yeah. And that's where my therapist is, right near him. And Jeremy, you are amazing. You are amazing.
Yeah, and he had to deal with me this morning. I emailed him yesterday, and I get the email wrong, because usually when Sarah I can't call Sarah during the day because she's always in class.
Yeah, our powers, they work so hard. They don't.
Yep.
They deserve prep periods. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. They are the hardest working people in our school, and second to, if not alongside them, our custodial staff. And I've worked with them. I've worked as a para and with our paras and with our custodial staff. But I'm going to tell you something, Mark, and this is true. I was a para how many years ago? About 9 years ago. Have you met Andrew, my friend, he's one of our former students who's a comedian?
No.
Oh, he's an interesting story if you ever want to write about him. The next time he does, so annually he was doing all original material at the library in Alton. His dad has footage of him. He's performed at the Nazwa. He was the featured entertainer at the North Conway Chamber of Commerce. He's been hired by Hannaford to roast, I think it was 14 regional managers. Andrew Long, how old is Andrew? I think he's probably 25 now. Jeremy, you're kicking butt! Oh, I'm blown away. If he does 2 hours, I'm going to be blown away. He's already broke his record.
He has?
Yeah, so we're at 1 hour and 42 minutes and change. Now, I did start running about, I think, 20 or 15 seconds before he got on the cycle. But, for instance, the last, I videotaped, it's hard saying tape because it's digital, but, videotaped his, the first one he did, and that tape was, the whole video was, an hour and 34 minutes or something like that. All of it wasn't riding, it was before he started, of course, and then when he was doing the high fives, that part I showed you.
Yeah.
And it ran for like maybe a couple of minutes after. I think 3 minutes of it was before and after. All the rest was him on the unicycle juggling. Right now I'm at an hour and 43 minutes and 13 seconds. So
I was told I'd be here 2 hours, so you might as well keep going.
Yeah, you're at an hour 43 right now. You're gonna sleep good tonight.
oh my God, Jeremy, you're amazed. God, I'm just amazed. I am amazed. Keep the party going. I would have dropped the ball by now. No, I would have dropped dead by now. Seriously. I wish I used to work at the Ritz-Carlton many years ago. It'd be good to Jeremy, here's a 90-minute massage. You're going to need it for recovery purposes.
Yeah, he's going to sleep good tonight.
Sleep, he's going to go into a juggling coma. I wonder if he dreams about juggling. And the things I was juggling elephants. Oh my God, this just blows me away.
I don't know.
And by the way, when he did the first one, it was a unicycle that had a smaller wheel.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And so I was worried about it. I said, "But this new one, is it going to be? It's a whole different vehicle. Do you feel equipped? Do you think it's going to?" He says, "No, I think I'll be fine. I'm comfortable on it." He said, "It's a larger wheel,
Yeah, with a bigger wheel, you can cover more.
more territory with less
Yep.
energy." But the thing is, I think it takes I think the tires are a little thicker, and it might take a little more. But he really knows his.
Who's having fun?
I'm having fun. Most of all, I'm in total awe. I am in total awe of you, Jeremy Walker. Oh my God, look at that. He's insane. He's still going. He's like the Energizer Bunny. I think he should. I was telling him, like, he should. We should work on getting him some commercial endorsements. Whether it's like software, do you find yourself juggling jobs or juggling bank accounts? Be like Jeremy Walker. Hold it all together with a new such and such checking, online, offline. You no longer have to juggle accounts. This software or this program does. You know what I'm saying? There are so many. I used to do a lot of like marketing tie-ins and thing. I worked for an internet e-brand called Nerve, Nirve, and it was based out off of Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. It was cool. I had a little second floor space, and I was making okay money. I temporarily left the entertainment industry to do it, and they were selling. It was a true e-brand, skateboards, snowboards, BMX bikes, surfboards. Yeah, what else did we sell? It was crazy.
Hey, duck. Hi, other duck.
Hey, duck, I bet you can't fly for 2 hours straight. Well, maybe they can, but they've got wings, wheels and wings. We've got to get him a unicycle logo that's got like fire coming off of like flames and wings. Cirque du Soleil, take that. It's like eat your heart out, Cirque du Soleil. You rank amateurs. This is Cycle du Soul, eh? This just blows me away. And he's going, and going, and going. Wow. So what do we have? Do we have 2 cameras or 3 cameras? There's the one in the bleachers, but over there to the left of the bleachers, I can't. They're behind me now, but I thought some students had a camera going over there. No, maybe they're just taking photos. It might have been their gym bags. I don't know. I saw 3 of our students coming down the bank, and I thought it looked like a camera bag, so I just figured maybe she was recording it too. This is definitely a better vantage point because it's right in the middle. So instead of when he went by me when I was on the banks, he was like right in front of me, but then he was all the way across the field and it was harder to see him. So this is we get a lot more we see here doing this thing. It's just crazy.
Hey, don't overthink it. It's just circular logic.
Oh, I see what you did there. Look at him. 12 more minutes, Jeremy. No, not even 12 more minutes. It's like, let's say, 11 and a half. Come on, Jeremy. I want you to make the 2-hour mark. Oh no, my foot's starting to cramp. Listen, shame on. I can't believe I just complained about that.
I know.
I'm ashamed of myself.
I was thinking my foot fell asleep, and if I had to get up, I'd tumble.
It's like, I can't believe he doesn't need the restroom.
This guy's been chugging along.
This would be just unicycling for like 2 hours, just juggling. And he's consistent. He's consistent. God.
I used to do that.
Maybe you can do a hemorrhoid commercial. Cheeky, huh? No buts about it. Well, ain't us funny?
Oh, God. Yeah. I think there's a hole on that logic.
Okay, I'm too exhausted to shit to say pooped to even come up with
Oh, God.
a quick.
I'm swelling with laughter.
Oh my God, that's pretty
God,
good. If you could do this with the lawnmower,
You're not going to be able to look at Sarah straight in the face.
does he mow the lawn? So much for this sanguine humor.
Oh, God.
I had other puns waiting, but you wrecked them.
You keep piling it up.
Oh my God.
He's pulling up the old-timey terms.
Yes, but when it comes to puns that bad, he tucks his head. But only in preparation.
Oh, God.
Okay, no more puns, period.
Oh, you've got me laying prostate.
Well, get ready for the gland finale. That was swell. Oh my God. Okay, any more of these prostate jokes and you're in trouble.
Middle-aged men making potty humor.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. Oh, Mr. Walker, you are rocking this, my brother. Oh, man.
What's my time looking like?
An hour 51.
Yep. Yep, I have 151.38. 151.41. Oh, this is great, Jeremy. This is great. You might outlast the sun, my brother. Oh my God. Whew. NASCAR has nothing on you, Mr. Walker. Nothing. You are the left turn god. So, Mr. Walker is now at my 1 hour, 52 minutes and 52 seconds, probably a few seconds less. I started running this video, or I started recording quite a few seconds before Jeremy Walker got on the unicycle and started juggling.
You're giving us our 2 hours worth. An hour 53.
No, miles.
Oh, miles.
We've got wind blowing. It's not as intense as it was a little earlier, but it doesn't seem to have disrupted the mission at hand. This is amazing. Blowing this record away. I have an hour and 54 minutes. in change. Incredible. Incredible. Unbelievable.
The further I go, the funkier the track is.
16.9 miles.
Awesome.
Oh my God. Mr. Walker, you are amazing. You are amazing. Unbelievable. It's crazy. Incredible.
I've got a problem. My music stopped. I think so.
You don't want me to sing? Rolling, rolling, rolling. Gonna be your man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. No, just one wheel. You need just one wheel.
I'm gonna have fun with puns.
Look at this man. Oh my God. I have 157 in change, Mr. Walker. He's gonna break that 2-hour mark. I just, this is incomprehensible. I can't. Mark, I've tried to juggle. 47 throws is all I can get standing still. You should see him do it, like when he's got his eyes closed. I haven't seen him do the unicycle with his eyes closed. I've seen him stand and juggle with his eyes closed. But I know he's told me, and I don't doubt for a minute. I mean, what the? Ministers from hell. How is this possible?
I'm gonna get as close to that 80 as I can.
Do it!
17.4 miles.
Awesome.
He's close.
He's only at 17.4?
But look out because who is that? Thanks. Who is that? Andy? Sounds like. Is that Andy's voice I hear?
It is.
Andy. Yeah. Look at. He's been going for. He's almost at 2 hours now.
I didn't expect to see people and this happening.
This blows me away. I was there the first one, and I was like stunned. And then I think it was last week, or was it 7 to 10 days ago? He said, I think it was last weekend. He maybe it was 2 weeks. I can't remember. I'm old. I lose track of time. But he said I went out and I practiced. He said I did 2 miles, and he sent me a picture of him laid out next to his unicycle. I'm like, I said 2 hours. I said 2 hours, and then I was thinking, gee, I wonder if he can do that again. And he's on his way. It is so awesome. Oh my God. So he's trying to get how many? How many is he trying to get there, Mark? Did he say he's trying to get 80? How many laps has he done?
Oh, well, let me check the phone.
Well, they have a lap counter over there.
Yeah,
Somebody's
they do.
counting them.
Yeah, and I took a photo of the girls.
That's awesome. All right, I'm actually having dinner.
Miss Caruso, you rock.
They
We
were-
love you, Miss Caruso.
And you roll.
Much respect to you.
A couple of minutes ago, he was at 66.
I roll. No, he rolls. We changed his name to Roland Wheeler.
And it's exactly 5. Oh, look, it's
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, that's the music.
He's juggling dirty.
We gotta have a party with Guinness. Oh my God, I'm at 2 hours. He's got two hours. It's well, again, I started like Andy Caruso. Good to almost see you. And I apologize for not breaking.
Go around this way so I'm not in your line of sight.
Andy Caruso, you rule, ma'am. Miss Caruso, I wish you a fine weekend, Miss Caruso. Look at you busting a move. I'm limping around the world. You're running and he's on a unicycle juggling. I am a deficient digit. It's official. I'm a loser. But that's okay. I'm in the company of winners. You rock, Mr. Walker.
no,
Oh,
he's
my-
not a walker. He's a rocker
He's a roller.
and a roller. He's a rocker roller.
We have to have a concert with you and the Unipiper. Two badass dudes on unicycles.
We'll get you to learn how to play the bagpipes.
That's right. Oh my God! Look at this guy. I'm at 2 hours and 1 minute and change. 2 hours. Try plural, Stuart. Try plural. This is history right at our own Prospect Mountain. So, my therapist at the Huggins Rehab, who's like a block from the gym where Mr. Walker works.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling her about this. I'm supposed to be in therapy today, and I told her that. I told my therapist, I said, I was encouraging Mr. Walker to, try to do this again and would videotape it. So, is it okay? And she says, yeah, we'll just reschedule your therapy appointment. So I'm scheduling it at the window, and the receptionist says, wait, what's this about? I said, well, this colleague of mine, he's a unicyclist and he juggles. And I said, several months back, he broke the Guinness Book of World Record. I said, I think it was like 4 miles or something. I said, but he smashed it. He did 12 miles or something along those lines for almost 90 full minutes. And she says, really? Oh my God, this is huge. I said, he lives in Wolfboro. He's a Wolfboro resident. She says, really? This is like, oh my God, what's his name? And she says, I ride a unicycle, but I don't juggle. So she was like, yes, get all this information. And I said, well, it's going to be at the high school. I hope you come out to see it. But I think she's going to try to get because he's a Wolfboro resident, so that's like local. I mean, they have I don't know how many Guinness World Record holders they have in Wolfboro. I feel like he's ours because he works at our school, but I think it's great. That's a really big deal. I hope he does one for like March of Dimes or any other various wonderful, truly worthy charitable causes. Oh my God, Mr. Walker, you are off the hook. He must be at 70 laps or something now. I don't know.
Close.
I have no idea.
It was 66 when I was over there.
Wow. Mr. Walker, you are gangsta. This is just humbling. This is a very special skill set. I mean, first of all, how many people can unicycle? Unicycle. I'm going to my Mexican. My Mexican friends would say Jello. It's like, I think you mean yellow. That's what I said. I said Jello. Well, because like the double L's.
Yeah.
Me llamo.
Oh, all right.
What happened?
Oh,
What's going?
Done.
Okay, so that's 2 hours and 3 seconds. I'm gonna walk over to him. Yay, Jeremy! Oops, I'm limping. You rule! Okay, so I am approaching Mr. Walker. I can hardly walk. Okay, got a little bit of a limp, sciatica. I am blown away. Mr. Walker, I'm running a video.
Well, I was really hoping for 20, but...
Oh my God! Right now I'm at 2 hours 4 minutes. Now it's 2 hours 5. Any statement or comment you want to? I'm impressed.
I'm worn out. I'm glad you guys are here. It was really it really helped.
Oh my God!
It was a good time.
Crazy.
I'm really. It's weird to feel disappointed at that, but I was.
Yeah,
I was really hoping for 20, but.
But Jeremy Walker,
Yeah.
congratulations! Well, you did more than 2 hours.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. My hands are quite swollen, actually.
So it's like your hands.
It's weird.
You're gonna sleep
Can
well
you see the
tonight.
hand?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
they're a little.
Mr. Walker, congratulations!
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thank
I'm
you.
honored. Any closing note that you need? Or,
No,
or we're good?
thanks for videotaping the whole thing.
This is Brian Stewart, who's videotaping Mr. Jeremy Walker today, which is May 25th. Is that right? It's May 25th, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is right now.
6:01.
6:01.
All right.
Okay, congratulations, Mr. Walker.
I
Right.
do believe that you started just a little bit before.
Yeah, after
little
4.
Bit before 4.
Oh, before 4. All right.
Okay, and I'm
All right.
closing video now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guinness. Thank you, Mr. Walker. Okay, over and out.
All right.